What is up, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's doing good in this crazy coronavirus pandemic that we have going on. I don't know how many of you are stuck at home, or how many of you ever taken work from home, or you're still out and about at work. I know my wife's still going out at work, so it's I do know one thing. I think about it, my SpongeBob limit. I think we've watched the movie, I think 7 times a day, about 6 times yesterday, probably about 14 times tomorrow is probably what's on schedule. I mean, because everything these days in America is doubling, right? So I mean, it's only logical. But if you never understood why, after a while, after the kids have been in school, they take and have a day off. You're ready for the school day again the next day. Well, trust me, after 3 weeks of having the kids home, would you? You figured out quick. So it looks like I've got Mr. Jeremy. Hopefully you're doing good tonight, homie. Um, Beer on tap tonight, 21st Amendment, the watermelon wheat ale. It's pretty decent. I tell you, trying to take and do anything regular on the channel, it's getting kind of hard to do. It's just holy crap, man. Everything is so coronavirus laden. It doesn't matter if you're trying to take a look at tech stuff, it all ties back to the coronavirus. Same thing with automobiles. It's affecting everything. So I figured, well, I might start taking and just doing these late night streams. That way, taking do them like maybe 9:30. I figured I'd try tonight 10 o'clock. If this takes and goes well, I'll take and continue doing these at 10 o'clock. Try my attempt at humor. I don't know if it's going to go very well. Normally, if I'm being funny, it's because I'm taking a ragging on somebody, and yeah. Oh, Lord, Mr. QT got undressed for the party. Oh, dear God. That is a mental image I don't think any of us want, QT. I'm sure you probably look like a rug from head to foot. But I know up in this area, it's all hair. I can't imagine the rest of you as much else, so probably look like Chewbacca standing there or sitting there looking at your phone, don't you? What's up, Juggalo, Mr. Blake TV? I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. I do declare, it's just it's one of those things, man. I was trying to think of something to take and do. Like, I've been trying to think of videos to do. I've got a couple of things I've got, but it's old news pretty much. At least by today's standards, it's old news. It's like 3 auto shows have completely been canceled. To Detroit, New York, Chicago auto shows have all been canceled, which really sucks. So it's like, man, but those cancellations happened, 2 weeks ago. So I'm already old news if I try to make videos on them. Nobody's coming out with new cars. Nobody really cares about cars that were shown 2 years ago at any of the auto shows, or had any kind of presentations from auto manufacturers. So it's like, what the hell can I do for the main channel, short of taking and making my normal subscribers, kind of tune out or whatever, by taking and going back to trying to expand things a little bit. I was like, I'll take and do a late night type show. Love you too, QT. Love you too. You're I swear, everybody needs that one friend that just kind of, everybody raises the eyebrow at it just a little bit. It's like, what the fuck? We just can't explain Jimmy over here. You're that buddy. Juggalo, how was the public ban on the access to lakes and rivers and stuff like that affecting your attempts to go fishing? If you've been attempting to go fishing, do all this crap right now, how's it affecting? Is your store still open? Because I know you got a job at the sporting goods store or whatever. So replacing the water heater. I don't know what to tell you. I know pipes go here, pipes go there, pipes go there. The configuration, I really couldn't help you. Yeah, I just everything I know about plumbing is basically HVAC based, and that's not HVAC. So, and basically all I do is taking, all I've done doing HVAC is taking and run the drainage pipes out basically, so that way the air handlers can drain properly, and you don't get a bunch of water up in your ceiling and have your sheetrock fall. It's not a fun feeling when you're in bed, I would imagine. Probably be a little bit itchy too. You probably have some insulation on top of you. Well, if the show starts out awful, this should take and help me get through this a little bit quicker. Sell guns are deemed necessary, but well, in the state of South Carolina, yes, having guns are definitely necessary. Because either you're going to be hunting something, and with it being turkey season, people are out hunting. I'm sure they're still taking to hunting squirrels, probably hogs, and depending on what part of town you live in, probably to keep the meth heads off your doorsteps. Just saying. So, I'll tell you what, it's hard to take and really find anything past that coronavirus to really look at or look for or anything of that nature. So, you got to kind of scour the internet and stuff like that. So, let's see, what are we going to go to first? Here we go. If anybody's wondering the reason why I've got the whole TP oh, 1 second. Got to make some changes here. If anybody's wondering why I've got TP on my thumbnail, because those of you who've seen the original, you'll notice I took and changed the thumbnail. Well, you're about to see. And great thing about, I guess, doing stuff live, you can make changes on the fly. Section of Interstate 20 in Dallas closed after semi-carrying toilet paper catches fire. So hopefully nobody in that area where it was being, or wherever it was being delivered to, hopefully they didn't take and already run through their 4,000 roll supply, and they've still got some in reserve, because, yeah, whatever stores that was going to, they're going to have a shortage for sure. And I would show, but that would take and get me in trouble since it's CBS. And you can see multitudes. Come on. Things you don't plan for. Why aren't you playing? Oh, well, I'd probably get in trouble with it anyways. Jay, you can see there's toilet paper scattered all along the road. Let's see, big rig crash and burst into flames along I-20 near the I-45 interchange. Thousands of rolls of toilet paper went up in smoke. I wonder if anybody stopped on the way, or stopped as they were passing through this to take and pick up any toilet paper off the side of the road that's scattered, just so they didn't have to take and pay for any if they were running low or something like that. Firefighters quickly doused the flames, but they're expected to spend hours at the scene putting out hot spots. Yay! Yeehaw! Oh my goodness! Oh, oh, oh. Technical difficulties. 1 second. There we go. All right. So hopefully, if you live in that, hopefully if hopefully the people in that area or where the stores that it was going to, they're able to take and get the toilet paper, because God knows the hysteria of people to walk in and there wasn't that usual one section with the fucking guard there taking and making sure nobody took and got more than one package. So, cheers to Rod J. Oh, the fishing industry is booming. A lot of folks fishing. That's true. You do go off the beaten path. You go through the woods and stuff like that to get a lot of those creeks and everything that you go fishing to. That's good though. Yeah, the name of the show is Late Night. That is for sure. I don't know if I thought this one completely through because it's been a minute since I've done a live stream by myself, and sometimes I can do great carrying portions of a show if a host takes and it's like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom, or hey, I've gotta take and make another drink. I can kind of carry with some banter with somebody else, but my own, it's kind of doubtful that this is gonna go very well. Just saying. Let's see. I was only a minute late. Only a minute late. So it's not like I was like late, late, late. I'm not like uh, Carson Daly late or nothing like that. It's just a minute. Rod, if y'all are doing gaming, hopefully y'all have some fun. Y'all take and kill a bunch of people, depending on how this goes. I might be on with y'all in about 20 minutes or so. We'll find out, won't we? QT started the fire, of course, of course. QT got it. Oh my goodness. Inventory rich. Oh my lord. Yeah, I'm sure probably the street value for the people that are selling that stuff, kind of black market or whatever, is probably pretty high. If I had to venture a guess. Just saying. Cheers to Eric. Hopefully you're doing good tonight, man. Thanks for stopping in. Yes, I disappeared. I trying to take and move through the different portions on OBS so I can take and get stuff where I'm wanting. But I'll probably be adding different things here or there, possibly, depending on how long this goes. Tomorrow night, I take and do this. I'll make sure I have better graphics, or at least have things a little bit better planned out at the beginning, so once I take and go between things, it'll take and go, to look a little bit better. Spread the YouTube virus, Data Woman, so we can, oh my god. QT, buddy, why don't you just go buy a bra? It'd be a little bit cheaper, I'm just saying. Which, I guess if you could find a woman that's going to share one, would you? Why buy it anyways, right? I guess y'all be playing the who's sexier game. Ooh, look at me. Blake, when does your StreamYard hours refresh, man? So I don't know if y'all have seen this story over here, but trying to take and just go through stuff, and I actually found this saw it on Facebook first, and I've actually come to find I found it online. Let's see. Oh wow. So you've got to the 5th, Blake? So that means you've got to wait till Sunday. Like I said, if need be, we can always take and do the Friday Night Throwdown on this channel. So, cheers to Fifi. Hopefully you're doing good. Thank you for joining tonight. Hopefully I can keep y'all entertained for at least 5 more minutes. I don't know if that's possible, though. I'm already feeling like I'm like... Who'd have thunk it, right? So anyways, I took and saw this. I've seen the video, or I haven't actually seen the video. I've seen the, how do you put this? I've seen the Facebook post. I haven't watched the video yet, so hopefully this will actually work. There we go. Alright. I mean, my big ass, ugly ass head right out the way. Let's see. Come on. Is this not going to play? Okay, there we go. Now, hopefully this don't get me in trouble or copyrighted or anything. See if there's any noise. No, no sound. At least not that I can tell. The 16-year-old wrestling champion stopped a kidnapping and assault near Las Cruces, New Mexico. There we go. We've got the full screen on this one. That way we can all watch this. You can see them fighting right up here. Holy crap, that's scary, dude. That would be a dead mofo. I'm just going to say that right now. I'd be a dead mofo. Lady trying to call the law. The other lady trying to get her kids to safety. Apparently, home dude's ride is driving off, and he's still gonna take off after them. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're holding one. What are you doing? Like, for real? You're just holding one arm. Oh, homie. Coward. Absolute coward. So it's a 16-year-old. I'm waiting to see where the 16-year-old comes in. Unless that dude right there in the jacket is the one that was trying to take her. Oh, shit. Nope. Nope, that wouldn't be him. Uh-oh. Well, where's the rest of it? Show us what happens. Doesn't even show the slam, really. Oh, this fella's in trouble. This fella's in trouble. And now those women he was trying to punch at are getting at him. So I'll tell you what, that's see, you don't try to take somebody's kids. That's a recipe for disaster, especially if there's people there that are actually willing to do the right thing and try to step in and stop things. Oh yeah, he's a wrestling champ too. He got you on the floor. You ain't getting up, homie. I hate to tell you that. You are not moving. Alberta premium cast strength rifle or nightcap. Dude pulled up, left the vehicle running, went inside, robbed the place. When he came out, someone stole his truck. Cheers to Tweety. Thanks for stopping in. I know, Blake. Chick come up and kicked him. That's I think she was one of the ones he was swinging at. So Bama Mud Mower, Roll Tide, Talladega. Awesome, man. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm trying to take in. Everybody's locked down from this coronavirus bull crap, so I figured, try to take and do something, maybe entertain people. I don't know how well this is going so far. Looks like the chat's entertaining itself a little bit more than what I am, but ain't no lie, Eric. That's what I'm wondering too, Blake. Which I think the average response time, depending on where you're at, I mean, even like cities and stuff like that, I think the average response time of cops is like 30 to 45 minutes. A lot of times, it don't matter what it's for, kidnapping, murder, 30, 45 minutes before you actually get somebody there to you. Ends up with a third eye. Yeah, he figured out, I bet you that third eye's from him seeing his future in prison. That's for sure. Oh, that woman done stepped on a man's head. He's beating the hell out of this fella. Get him, girl. Get him. I can hear the lady in the orange now. Go ahead and kill that bastard. Save them some paperwork. I can hear it now. You stupid motherfucker. Lord have mercy. Thank God he didn't try this on like no Pentecostal women. He'd been dead before he got in the store. I'll tell you that right now. They'd have compelled him with the power of God to the ground. So, Tunis, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing good. Ain't no lie, Steven. Ain't no lie. Alright, so we see how, it's pretty crazy. Oh, shit. I tell you what, you try to take somebody's kid and you start hitting on people, they're going to take it out on you. I guarantee he's probably crying. I'm surprised we don't see a dark spot right in his crotch where he's pissed himself, because now he knows he's fucked up. Just saying. So, yeah. Yeah, that was good job on the 16-year-old's part too, by finding out outside what's going on and then taking action by actually going in and subduing the guy. Good, because he didn't know, maybe the guy had a gun or something like that. He could have gotten, very well gotten shot. So that shows some bravery on this kid's part. Kudos to him. Like, it's nice seeing stuff like that. Oh, there's the cops. Size of him, I can guarantee you it took him that long because he was waiting in line at Dunkin' Donuts. Just saying. He's a hefty looking fella. And then we got 90s Keanu Reeves back here holding the door open looking at what's going on. Alright, well. Alright, so we see, you know, that's pretty cool. Exactly, Rod, waiting to see him drop from the top rope. And so, it's getting a little bit, you know, I have to search for some of this stuff, so that way I could try to take and actually keep you all a little bit entertained tonight. We have, what's everybody, who all in the chat is still having to work? I know my wife's still having to work. She's one of the essential, her company's essential since they do road work. They've actually got emergency contracts with, I think, 2 different counties in the state. So if they need an emergency patch or something like that, her company would be called in anyways. No lie, QT. I agree. Give him a free scholarship somewhere. With being a state champ, I can guarantee he's probably already got a scholarship, or at least offer for scholarships to a college somewhere. Just taking a guess. So, but yeah, how many of y'all are still actually having to go into work, and how many of y'all are actually being able to take and work from home? I know personally, I don't. YouTube is my job, so but I'm here at the house with the kids. Like I said, the wife is still working. Them being essential. I know Jeremy, you've been working from home. Rod, you have too. If anybody else is in the chat that actually that works, are you working from home, or you having to take and go into the office or wherever you're working at? And how's that working out for you? I'm pretty sure if I was to take and work somewhere where I was able to work from home, I'd probably have a TV on in the background somewhere, binge watching something on Netflix or Hulu or Funimation. You know, probably be a little bit more efficient. Probably be a little bit less efficient than whistling while you work. But, and Steven and QT, y'all ain't even got to say nothing because I know y'all either be watching Pornhub or something. I know how that is. I know how that would be for y'all. I'm just saying. Y'all be Pornhub. We know y'all's answer. So. That is true. Y'all do other types of construction work. Most of it deals with road type stuff. So. Stephen, your job. So stripping for QT is essential. It's essential for who? You or him? And does it? I'm not even going to ask if it pays well because I don't want to know the answer to that one. To be honest with you. You know, does he actually pay you in money, or does he pay you in toilet paper at this point? Or does he pay you in dick pics? Just, I can only imagine how that arrangement goes. Pornhub and KY is your stimulus check. Oh, dear God. What kind of work do you do, Eric? One of the other things that I did find that one of the reasons why I got the alien on one of the reasons why I've got the alien on the thumbnail is former manager of DoD Aerospace Threat Program. UFOs are real. So we know the CIA has already took and put out papers that yes, you know, UFOs are real, but we got even more evidence right here. None other than the Huffington Post. Uh, Former high-level officials and scientists with deep black experience have always remained in the shadows. Come forward on one platform, although it doesn't quite name the platform. I'm saying they long-standing connections to government agencies, which may have programs investigating an unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP or UFOs. Team includes a 25-year veteran and the CIA Directorate of Operations, a Lockheed Martin Program Director for Advanced Systems at Skunk Works. Skunk Works is who makes stuff like the stealth bomber and things of that nature. So those of you that don't realize what Skunk Works is, they work on very high-level stuff. And a former Deputy Assistant of Defense for Intelligence. It's funny how none of these people are named. It marked the official launch of To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science. I wonder if Tom DeLonge of formerly of Blink 182 has anything to do with that. I know he's got the whole alien thing, which is a reason why he actually left Blink 182 this last time, is because he's investigating aliens and UFOs. But it's an innovative public benefit corporation will advance research and unexplained phenomena and develop related technology. I don't want to. Does that mean you're going to have like the ectoplasma things where you can actually suck into ghosts, like the Ghostbusters? That kind of unexplained phenomena and related technology? I mean, what are we talking about here? Tire tech and automotive. Yeah, I bet y'all are waiting on money jobs. Everything's probably slow as crap right now. So I don't. Wait, what have I missed? Because I hear I'm reading something about Kyle. I miss Kyle. Okay, I don't know if I want to know what y'all are talking about because that's kind of scary. I bet you QT has probably been abducted by a UFO more than once. It probably wasn't abduction. He probably went willingly. I'm just probably wanted to know whether or not they're doing probes. Just saying. Let's see. His team members are going operating under the shadows of top secrecy for decades. And sufficient credible evidence that UFOs that proves exotic technology exists that can revolutionize the human experience. I love how none of this stuff is named, but you know. Okay, never mind. Present for that meeting, that 4-hour meeting, was Louis Izondo, who ran an important program at the DoD. What was the name of the program? Senior Career Intelligence Officers' experiences include working with the U.S. Army, the Department of Defense, National Counterintelligence Executive, and the Director of National Intelligence. These days, the national intelligence is kind of a misnomer because I don't see a whole lot of national intelligence around these days. Just saying. That's just, it's not, it should have been, you know, they should change the name to Director of National Idiots acting like they know what they're doing. Served as Director for National Programs, Special Management Staff, and Office of the Secretary of Defense. Also former Director of Programs. Okay, so he did a lot of stuff apparently. Asthma unidentified objects were considered to be threats. They do not exhibit overt hostility, but something unexplained is always assumed to be a potential threat to a certain it isn't. On the bright side, I believe we're closer than ever before our understanding of how it operates. So there you go. I find it funny. Anytime you take in, this is the first time I've actually run across something that's not there we go. First time I've run across something that doesn't have to do with some kind of like extraterrestrial nut, some kind of redneck that was smoking or drinking something, or the CIA taking and releasing papers where half of everything has black marks to it, so where you can only read like 3-word blurbs. But do y'all believe aliens are out there? Hashtag I me too. Oh my god. Hashtag I me too ET. QT, well, the world would be a worse off place without you, buddy. Just gonna say that right now, you and Tunis. Because one thing's for sure, y'all at least liven up the chat in a live stream. That is for sure. One-on-one interview with QT one day. I agree with that. I agree with that. QT made ET extinct. Apparently, it had no immunity to syphilis. Oh Jesus Christ! Oh my God. So yeah, I tell you, I haven't even looked at the coronavirus numbers today for the U.S. I just know the last time I've seen them, or anytime I've looked at them for the last week, it seems like every day there's a doubling in the amount of cases. I know the deaths have started to take in double per day as well. You know what? I'm just tired of hearing that crap. I'm tired of taking a looking at it. I'm tired of hearing the president taking yap about shit, which I heard today that he was a lot more somber, and yesterday he was a lot more somber too, and fuck it. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm locked up in the fucking house all day with 2 kids. That luckily they act mostly good. Excuse me. They do act mostly good, but they are how do you put it? Taxing at times. Um, why I still have a stomach, I'll never know because I'm asked 20 times for the day throughout the day, Daddy, I need this, and it's 5 foot away from them, but yet they expect me to get up and go get it for them, or they need, can I have something? I'm hungry. 5 minutes after they just ate something, or at least half of something that I just made for them that they didn't throw in the trash. So yeah, I tell you what, new respect for the wife, her having been a homemaker for so long, because how the fuck did you not go crazy? Like, for real. How did you not just absolutely run down the street, pulling your hair out, yelling and screaming until somebody stopped and put you in their vehicle and took you straight down to the psychiatric ward? I'd really like to know because I'm almost, like I said, I should either be skinnier or something. All of that's just, between that and the SpongeBob. Jesus, with the SpongeBob. I've never seen a kid's show where it's marketed as a kid's show, but yet there's enough adult references in there it could be on Adult Swim. Just saying. It's too many weird references between SpongeBob and Patrick. Had a breaking point. It's not hard to reach a breaking point right now with everything that's going on. All you got to do is turn on the news, and there's something on there that'll take and give you a breaking point. That's for sure. I swear, we had. Let's see, what did I make them this morning for breakfast? I can't remember what I made them this morning for breakfast. I made them breakfast this morning, which me and the youngest one, we got out of the room about 9:30 this morning. I fix her something to eat. She doesn't like eating as soon as she gets up. So normally about 25 minutes later, I fix her something to eat. So I got her some food. Actually, no, she wanted chips and she wanted dip. So she had chips and dip this morning for breakfast, which normally I've been trying to take and cook eggs or something of that nature, but she wanted some chips and I was obliged to give them to her. 45 minutes later, she's asking for something else. 11 o'clock, my 8-year-old wakes up. The 6-year-old is wanting to eat yet the hell again. It's like, oh my God, child, where are you putting all this stuff? Thank God she's got energy and good metabolism. Hopefully that sticks with her, because I know once I hit like 20 and it slowed down, and the more I slowed down, the bigger I'm starting to get. It's going to be before long I'm going to have to take and put my belt on with a boomerang. I'm just saying. And here at the house, stress eating, especially late at night like I wind up doing, it's not so much stress eating, it's just shit. I feel like I need to eat something because I'm up and I'm trying to take and do stuff. And then going to sleep about an hour afterwards, yeah, I'm going to want to have to put my belt on with a boomerang. I can see it now. Ugh. Yes, they've had popcorn for breakfast, so fucking sue me. It's no worse than giving them pizza for fucking breakfast. Ooh. Well, if we had Pop Tarts or Fruity Pebbles, I'd give them to them. But we don't have Pop Tarts or Fruity Pebbles. We just pretty much out of the grits. I got enough eggs to make them eggs for tomorrow. Wife gets paid Friday, so hopefully, you know, whenever Friday rolls around, I might just take and wait till the wife gets home. Saturday morning, I'll go out to the grocery store and I'll get some damn food. I gotta get out the house. At least for an hour. Maybe I'll stop somewhere and grab me a mask beforehand. Or I'll do like Blake and I'll put a white paper bag over my head. Or a white plastic bag over my head. I could spot out for the eyes. Of course, then again, I do that going to town. People probably beat me to death. Chips and dip for breakfast. Yep, Dad made breakfast. Well, hey, I mean, the kid asked for it, and it's really no worse than taking and giving them, even Pop Tarts, because it's all processed shit. It might have vitamins in it, but it's still processed. So, I guess in the morning I'll see if she wants some waffles that we've got in the freezer. I'll take and see if she wants some pancakes that she's got in the freezer and make her those, and hopefully we got some syrup. Take and give her some of that. Steven, I make instant grits, thank you very much. It's a lot quicker than taking and cooking them fuckers on the stove, I know that. All I gotta do is take and put water in it, mix it up, put it in the microwave for about a minute, and it's good to go. And I can take and put some butter in it, so the butter cooks in, and it's still just as good, and I can make them just as creamy. So don't even go there. Wait, what? I don't. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's it. Yes, y'all. I think y'all are entertaining yourselves in the chat just a little bit more than I'm entertaining y'all. Do I need to take and leave some music on? Put this up here and then do this and let y'all talk for about 5 minutes and come back. I think y'all are entertaining yourselves a lot better than what I can entertain y'all tonight. That's for sure. I'll try to be better tomorrow, I promise. And so, I don't know. It's funny because we see they shut down the public access to lakes and the rivers and stuff, like all the shit that we pay taxes on, state taxes on for the upkeep of, so we can actually have access to them as citizens here. People are going crazy, rightfully. On the one hand, I say rightfully so, but then you see pictures on Facebook where idiots are congregated on the sandbars in the middle of the lakes, and there's like 70 people on this sandbar with the boats docked all the way around it. And like, well, I guess they figured they're not middle of town, so ain't nobody going to take and notice it. But you got game wardens that are riding around and things like that. So, you got idiots that take and ruin shit for everybody. So, it's just it's crazy the time we're living in, man. And everything in my life, I say I didn't think I'd ever see shit like this. I can get knee deep into conspiracy theory, and you read all kind of conspiracy theory, and there's a lot of plausible stuff that can happen, and a lot of this feeds right into that shit. Just saying. So, they're talking about possibly May before we take and see the downside of this. I'm gonna tell you right now, if it's May before we see the downside of this, and then August before things get back to normal, y'all, if I start sounding crazier and crazier when y'all take and see me on here, or whenever y'all talk to me and my videos start getting a little bit weird, just pray for me. That's all I'm gonna say, because good Lord, between the news and SpongeBob, I don't know what's gonna drive me crazier. I know in probably a week it'll take and go from being SpongeBob to something else. The youngest one actually lost a tooth today, and with her losing a tooth, she immediately wanted a video game. I remember getting $5 as a kid. Whenever I lose a tooth up to a certain age before the tooth fairy decided I was too old for that bullshit. So I remember taking and getting, like $5 whenever I lose a tooth. Kids nowadays are extortionists. That and they expect the tooth fairy to be a lot richer. I liked it a lot better when the tooth fairy was from the hood and on food stamps. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's true, Tunis. The congressman who's worried about the military tipping over the island. I don't know how people like that get the power. Then again, I'll say that you look at people like AOC and listen to half the stuff she says, and it's like, oh Jesus, God, how did you take and dupe people that much? Blake, I'm not playing no spin the wheel, homie. Now, if I can find it tomorrow night, we'll play a game called Magic 8 Ball Says. We got a Magic 8 Ball around here somewhere that my daughter's got. And if I can find it tomorrow, we'll take and play What's the Magic 8 Ball Say. We'll take and I'll ask it some questions that y'all got, and we'll take and I'll shake it, and we'll see what the answer says with the Magic 8 Ball. Let's see. There's an online Magic 8 Ball. Might take and see which one's better. And of course, it's not going to take and load up like I want it to. Animation, ask. Well, how are you supposed to ask the question? Oh, just think of a question that can be answered yes or no, and then ask. Outlook good. Yeah, this Magic 8 Ball wouldn't take and work very well, because every time I've ever shook it, you might take and get it's certain or it's good. Once out of 15 times, if that. Yeah, there will be no wheel spinning here. No, QT, she goes slightly crazy over some of the smallest stuff, and she doesn't take and get jokes like that just yet. So she'd be screaming bloody murder, and then I'd have the cops being called on me by the neighbors, who'd probably be wondering whether or not I'm killing my youngin'. Can't be having all that, because I look good in orange, but I don't like the flip flops that come with it. Just saying, just just don't go together, man. How you gonna put tan with orange? It just ugh. No, that world's hottest chocolate bar got thrown in the trash. Yeah, she does love hot stuff, but that's a little bit too hot for her. Yeah, that chocolate bar went into the trash. I was like, yeah, no, I can't be doing this. I can't be doing this. So, but yeah, she'll eat stuff with like sriracha on it and stuff like that. And I'm like, kid, we'll get her mind right. She's my kid. She'll never have her mind right. Just saying. No, I would not look good in Clemson colors. Look, homie, I'd hate to have to kick you out, Tunis. So Clemson colors aren't far from Auburn colors. Just saying. Or Jeremy, I'd hate to have to take that wrench from you. That's blasphemy. I'm not talking about like that type of orange. I'm talking about like the county orange. That's a different kind. That's a different kind of orange. That's like that weird, like they don't have a football team with those color oranges. Just saying. $5 for losing a tooth. Got $5 for working the bee farm. Was told not to spend the $5 all in one place or go buy a baseball glove with the $5. Dang. So you got paid Whew. You got paid. How old were you at that time, Eric? Because I'm pretty sure that's probably good many years ago. Of course, I say that, and you know, I didn't take and get Tooth Fairy money for very long growing up. Like I said, it'd be nice if the Tooth Fairy went back to being broke and getting food stamps. So, take and wake up with a ding dong up under your pillow. That or Snowball or an Airhead or something like that. Stepsister wants a video game for a tooth. My daughter wants a $60 video game. Animal Crossing. I think it's for the Nintendo Switch, but she wants that. And wifey, you have a good evening if you're not sticking around. I love you, and I'll be there in a little while. I hate that you have to take and go to work still. I think they need to shut down the whole state. That's the other thing that I don't understand. Oh yeah, you can take and work construction and practice social distancing. Bullshit. If you ever work fucking road construction, that shit's damn near impossible, depending on what the fuck you're doing. Because you're taking and having asphalt poured out, and there's 8 of you or 10 of you got to take and rake that shit down until the roller can get to you, so that way it's evenly spread. One person here, one person right next to you, one person right next to them. You're all raking that shit out. There's people on the other side doing the same damn shit. So that's complete bullshit. And the people that are in manufacturing, it's not like they're going to have tape and an X 6 foot apart from each other. There's a lot of things you got to take and do elbow to elbow with somebody. Did get fed well. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm talking about, oh Jesus Christ, the things I named under the pillow. Oh my God. You've never had the snack. You've never had the snowballs. It's the fucking chocolate with the damn coconut on top of it, or the ding dongs, which is the chocolate cake. That are fucking Twinkies or the Airheads. Like for real. Shut the fuck up, nasty mind. Gonna social distance at the goat farm in a van. Who's down? Oh, good Lord. Well, Stephen, I'm going to ask you, since you're talking about going to a goat farm and spending some time there in social distancing, are you Islamic? You're not going to be having relations with those goats, are you? Asking for a friend. Yeah, I agree with that, Eric. It's hard. I have a hard time seeing a 15-year-old taking hauling hay these days. Like, really, unless they were raised on a farm, I have a hard time seeing 15-year-olds doing much of anything these days. Unless their parents raised them to where they've got chores and they've got a good work ethic and stuff like that. Hell, I was doing HVAC at the age of 14, working for my stepdad in the summertime to take and pay for my first semester of the private school that I was going to. Paying for my first semester and paying for the books and my wardrobe. And if I had any money left over, then I could do something with it. But that didn't leave a whole lot of money left over. It was like $1,800 a semester or $1,500 a semester. Another $600 for books. Spend another $150 or so taking to get new clothes for the new school year. Because you done ruined everything that you had before. Other than church clothes, taking and doing the HVAC work because everything's covered in mastic and insulation. It's got the insulation ingrained into it. So put it on, and luckily at that point, luckily halfway through summer, you're done. The insulation doesn't bother you anymore because you're itching, or you should be itching, but your body's immune to it at this point. Steven, the male goats don't have udders, homie. You're milking the wrong kind of goat. You're milking the billy. You need to be milking the nanny goats. Just saying. 1 second, folks.
Please don't yell at me.
I'm not going to.
I was just checking if you were live, okay?
I told you I was live. It's fine. Okay. Anyways, I've got to do a refill, so we're about to take and do a commercial. And you're wondering how you're going to take and do a commercial while you're doing a live stream. Well, I'll take and show you here in just a second. Utterly wrong. Oh, God. You could have went to the other bathroom, just saying. Alright, so here we go. About to do this. Commercial time while I go refill my drink. I don't quite get why they've got all those. So it's not a bad looking interior from what they've got rendered. Whether or not it actually winds up looking like that or they wind up changing to something else is a completely different story. And so, like I said, it doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad, that's for sure. This thing's going to be big. I will say that. This thing is going to be big. Not only in size, but also in weight. It's going to be the size of a standard full-size truck. That's for sure. And I'll get the dimensions on it. The dimensions are 232 inches long by 72 inches tall. 85 inches wide with a 5-foot bed. So it's going to be a big boy. And here's the stats. Like I said, 2.9 seconds, peak HP at 906, continuous HP 455. So we've already went through all this. 4x4 independent wheel drive, towing capacity 8,000 plus. Now here's the deal. Like here's the thing for me is, while it does look nice, it really does. This is, whether or not, I'm not sure this will actually ever come to fruition. I'll be more impressed if they actually come out with if they start delivering the semis, the hydrogen fuel cell semis. That's the other thing. Using hydrogen fuel cells. Basically, if you live on the East Coast, until more stuff gets built, you're pretty much going to be using this in electric vehicle mode, which 300-mile range, it's not a bad number. It's nothing to sneeze at. But you know, the fact that a lot of this is going to appeal a lot more, I think, as far as with the fuel cell, it's going to get the full capabilities of the truck until they can build a hydrogen network. You're going to have to live on the West Coast. Now, granted, they do plan on there's a company that plans on building fuel cell stations between New York and Boston starting next year, but still, that, let's say this comes out in 2022. Well, unless they get more than a couple built, well, you're looking at basically California having them, and then also New York and Boston. So that was one of my first concerns. Now, the company does plan on building 700 hydrogen fuel cell filling stations across the nation. Okay, so that brings me my other thing. All right, so you've already got California. It's got quite a few. So most of those, though, are in bigger cities. So we don't have 700 bigger cities, but there's enough metro areas to where you don't have to take and drive. If you take and live out in the country, you don't have to drive an hour just to take and fill up your truck. I'm just saying. So hopefully they plan on building this out as far as the hydrogen. How long it's going to take to build these charging stations? That's another question. How long is that going to take? Are you going to be done by the time the truck comes out? Who all is going to have access to the full capability? All right, there we go. Commercial over with. Sorry about that, folks. Had to take a refill. Tell the wifey good night and use the bathroom. So figured other late night shows take and do commercials. Why can't I? And I'll just take and put one of my older videos up, and yeah, there we go. No, I didn't trip over the chair. I've got a very squeaky chair. Like it's the back on it's very loose, so it's very loud. Worked past on grandfather's beef farm and a pork and lamb farm run by two uncles. Spring lamb stew after hauling. That sounds really good. That does sound good. So, all right. So I'm gonna take the temperature of the room. Should I try this again tomorrow night? Yay or nay? Show of hands, virtually. Get that Blake TV appreciation commercial ready before next time. Well, go ahead and start making one, homie. I'll take and throw it up here. I need to take and cut around the lips is what I need to do. I'm a little bit late on taking and trimming around there. Everything's getting caught up in the mustache again, which is a big pain in the butt, to be honest with you. Think maybe I can take and actually cut this live stream down because it's also recording at the same time. Probably take and cut the live stream down to little highlights, make a video from it, and see how that works. Probably not very well, but oh well. Take and use this. It's full effect and full benefit, hopefully. So that's the same thing I got taught too, Eric. Take and work hard for what you want. What gets me is you got these dumbass females out here today that are taking and getting with these fellas that ain't got no damn jobs, they got no fucking prospects, dropped out of high school, and they're like moving them to their houses with them and stuff like that. And they're ferrying these fuckers around and, you know, letting them take and use their vehicles while they're at work. Oh, here. Oh, he's so great. What? Well, he didn't. He dropped out of high school. He has no job. You pay for everything. How is he so great? He's got to be slinging a 10-foot dick. That's all I can think. Because, good Lord. Women ain't got, I don't know if it's they ain't got no damn common sense anymore, they ain't got no self-respect, or just that don't have a great choice, you know, to choose from. You know, I don't know. All I know is it beats all I ever saw. Damn right, Steven. I tell you what, you don't go home. If you go home smelling like sweat, which I mean, if you work white collar jobs and stuff like that, you still take and work hard as well. It's just a different kind. It's just a different kind of hard. It's a different kind of stress than taking and doing physical labor and things of that nature. It's but if you go home and you're covered in sweat and you know all you catch is shit from your wife, and all they want is either want stuff, or they complain about they complain about stuff that you're working hard to get while they sit at home or something like that. Fucking find somebody else. I'm just gonna take and put that out there. Find somebody else. That shit right there will drive you to fucking that shit right there will drive you crazy. There's nothing wrong with always wanting better and wanting more, but that's when your soul that's your sole focus, and that's all your conversations are about is I want this, and we get this. Fuck, you're in for a long, hard time. Either she's gonna put you in the poorhouse or the loony bin, one of the two. I'm not sure we need to know that, QT. Just saying. Um I'm sure the smells should be left for your partners and you know, or your significant others and stuff like that. Say, it's a weird confession to be making. Distinct smell. Smell like bacon fat and dog shit. That kind of distinct smell. Alright, so we've hit the 1 hour mark. I'm going to stop it right here. I think it's a good stopping point. I've kind of run out of stuff anyways to be talking about. I'll make sure tomorrow I've got more stuff to take and actually go along. Try to take and get stuff a little more fluid. Like I said, we'll play Ask the Magic 8 Ball. Assuming I can find the 8 ball. If not, I'll figure out something else. Take and play for some viewer interaction. So that way we got more stuff going on. I can kind of try to get this a little bit more seamless as we take and go. I'm sure the more I take and do this, the more I'll take and get a little more smoother, and flow will get a little bit better, and longer we can make this go. But I appreciate everybody stopping in. I really do, because I didn't know if I was going to take and make it a whole hour. I didn't know if I was going to be interesting or entertaining enough to take and go for a full hour. So really do greatly appreciate it. And yeah, it's we'll try this again tomorrow night, same time, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Until tomorrow night, y'all have a good one. This is the Eclectic Beard Late Show signing off.